just when I thought my algorithm couldn't hate me anymore when it was showing me reel after reel after reel of Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, somehow I made it think that I want more of this. Now it's giving me Hailey Baldwin and Justin Bieber. And because I am a glutton for punishment, I allowed this to happen. I accepted the content. And now I find myself here. I honestly couldn't give two fucks about a celebrity coupling, but I am interested in relationship dynamics. And I have read an inordinate amount of self-help books. So that's what this video is, a lesson on red flag relationships using Hailey and Justin as our famous examples, because unless you live under a rock, and honestly, sometimes I wish I still did, we all know who they are. Let's go back to 2009, when a young Hailey Baldwin, as she was known back then, seemingly rolled out of bed and found herself face to face with a fresh-faced young laddie called Justin Bieber.
Hey, my name's Steve.
And the third song,
how you doing, bro? This is my daughter Hailey.
The third song is
we've been enjoying your music.
You guys want to walk with us? We got to go downstairs.
Yeah, no, do your thing. No, go. We'll see you again.
Take care.
I find it amusing that a lot of the videos on Justin and Hailey accuse Hailey of being this mastermind superfan orchestrating this chance encounter. But this was 2009. Justin didn't really become super famous until 2010 when he released his smash hit song, as I suppose some people would consider it to be, Baby. If you ask me, I think Hailey's dad looked more excited to meet Justin than Hailey did. I think Hailey looks kind of bored, unimpressed. And her dad is like, I'm a huge fan.
To support Selena Gomez. She's fabulous. She deserves the love and support, and I have Bieber here.
Also, how cute is this?
I just met Stephen Baldwin. He was a great guy. Met his kid. It was a lot of fun.
The hopeless romantic in me is like, that is so cute that they grew up and got married. But actually, I don't think this whole marriage thing is working out too well, and not for lack of trying on Hailey's behalf.
How did you and Hailey meet? I don't think I've ever heard that story.
I think it was an arranged marriage, I'm pretty sure. I'm not... Looking back now, I'm like, it was definitely an arranged marriage. Like, they set this whole thing up. We met in the early mornings of a Today Show taping. It was definitely an arranged marriage.
According to this video on YouTube, Hailey set her sights on Justin way back when, even going so far as to liaise with Justin's superfans so she could accidentally, on purpose, bump into him, which, to be fair, does sound a little stalkerish.
Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez would enjoy a date night together where they would eat sushi and go to the movie theater. However, paparazzi photos and videos would reveal that none other than Hailey Baldwin was following them around on their date, keeping an eye on Justin.
I ran a Bieber fan account with 200,000 followers. Hailey Baldwin. Dana Rose, which is my Twitter, by the way. Hailey Baldwin went from trying to bump into Justin Bieber at the Satai, the London, to married. Bitch was a fan, bro. I don't even know what to tell you. But she said, what hotel is Justin staying at? Kylie and I want to know. Here you're gonna see where I wrote Satai 5th Ave. We would give her that info because she would say she would either stay at that hotel or she would eat at that hotel or do whatever at that hotel so she could bump into him.
Don't do weird shit.
Two, discussing things like, would Justin grow any taller?
One tweet where it was like, she literally was talking about how tall he was.
That's crazy.
Like, I couldn't make this up.
Do you think she's told him this?
She even publicly acknowledged herself as being a fan of Selena. Hailey being cast as a villain in this narrative is nothing unusual. I feel like the woman usually is. But I don't think that Hailey is necessarily the mean girl that the internet is painting her out to be.
Remember when Hailey Baldwin shaded Taylor Swift for absolutely no reason?
Face off in a one-on-one rap battle full of the meanest lyrics about a celebrity since Taylor Swift's last album.
She's cool because she's on that, right? But like, little does she know. Did you punch someone? Do you have the proper makeup, people? Because you have lipstick on your teeth, and this ad is in a store. So, on an embarrassment level, I would say this is definitely.
Hold up. For you ladies who are watching this, who have a man in your life that you love, doesn't have to be your partner, could be your brother, your son, your dad, and they shave? Listen up. Did you know that according to studies, 2/3 of men experience irritation when they shave? I think we've all seen those men who have that itchy red inflamed skin after they shave. I know how that feels on my legs, so I can only imagine how it feels on your face. The problem is, men tend to view this as just a fact of life. No getting around it, and so they suffer on. Well, this video sponsor Henson has made it their mission to change all of that. Hence why their razors are well known as being the creme de la creme when it comes to shaving. Made in Henson's aerospace machine shop in Canada, which also happens to have made parts for the Mars rover and the International Space Station, Henson's machinists are exceptional at manufacturing, which is part of the reason why their razors are so gentle on the skin. Think of it like this. If you're trying to cut something, you don't want your blade wibbling and wobbling about. That is going to make a mess, either to you or the thing you're trying to cut. Henson realized that when looking at other razors, part of the reason they are so harsh on the skin is because there is insufficient blade support. The blades bend or flex too much, and this can cause irritation to the skin. Henson's blades are built with a 30-degree angle, which helps give the optimal cutting surface in relation to the skin. It's all well and good having a smooth shave, but what good is a smooth shave if your skin is left red and irritated afterwards? I'm talking about men here, but also us girls. We want to protect our skin during shaving too. What you want is a skin-friendly shave. You want a shave that, yes, removes the hair if that's what you're trying to do, but will also protect the skin underneath. So if you have a man that you are fond of who needs some help with his shaving routine, you know where to get him the best razor. Let's not forget that sometimes us girls like to shave too. And there really is no such thing as male and female razors. That's another marketing attempt from mainstream brands. Henson razors work well for anyone with skin and hair. So I'm gonna pop the link below in the description box, and the best part is you can use the code Stephanie Lange to get 100 free blades with any purchase of a razor. That is over 2 years worth of replacement blades for free. Can you imagine how many plastic razors this is going to save going into the landfill? If you find your blade is getting a little bit blunt, you just swap it out for a new one and you basically have a whole new razor. I think Hailey, like a lot of young girls at the time, had a huge crush on Justin Bieber. Maybe it was the hair flick, the deep and meaningful lyrics, or his sharp sense of style. But unlike a lot of these other girls, Hailey was fortunate enough to have the industry connections needed and the money to do whatever was necessary to gain access to him. At the time, Justin was clearly in love with one Selena Gomez, a fellow singer and child star. He stated to himself multiple times that she was essentially the love of his life.
I have a crush on Selena Gomez.
Do you like Justin Bieber? I never know how to say his name correctly, I'm sorry. Yes, I do, I love him. I think he's really cute.
I think Selena Gomez is pretty.
People at my school are saying that you and Justin Bieber are dating.
I love that. I kind of wish we were. No, he's 15, so I'd be a cougar. So that wouldn't be right.
A lot of songs about love and significant others. How much of this is inspired by Selena?
A lot of it, dude.
She was your first real love,
First
right?
real love, yeah.
Talked about living together.
Moved in with her at a young age. It was tough, man.
How hard was it to get over that?
It was really tough. I don't know if I'm still over it yet. There's things that remind me of her, and yeah, it was my first real love.
You worried that maybe you met her too early?
Yeah, I wrote a song, actually, didn't make the album, but it was called If I Would Have Met You in 5 Years. It's just like, how true is that? How many people go through life and end up meeting someone and it just feels so right, but it's just the wrong time.
You still talk? Ever pick up the phone and just say, hey, what are you doing, and chat for a few minutes, or?
Yeah. She's someone I love dearly, dude, and I'm never gonna stop loving her. I'm never gonna stop checking in on her.
Do you think you'll ever get back together? Is that a hope for you? Do you think that could happen?
Maybe. I mean, we have a lot of history together, so I'm sure, it possibly could happen.
Is Selena Gomez fighting back at Justin Bieber with her latest Instagram picture?
I haven't seen it. Can I see it? I want to see that.
Yeah, he's like,
what is she trying to do to my heart right now?
Right. Will always be love there. It's like it's one of your first major loves. Like it's always going to be there.
No, I love her too.
Yeah.
Always.
Fast forward to today, he's married to Hailey, and whilst yes, he has acknowledged that Hailey is his wife,
That's my wife.
I think Hailey, whether subconsciously or not, compares herself to Selena, aka Justin's first love. And this is where all the Hailey is Selena's biggest hater theories come from. That's Yes, they are internet rumors for clicks and engagement, the usual rhetoric of pinning one woman against another, but in the case of Hailey and Justin and Selena, kind of has merit. After all, if you go down the trio's dating history, which I did for this video, I know, I pity myself, you will realize that Justin was dating Selena, then Hailey, then Selena again, and then they broke up. And 6 months later, he was married to Hailey. My head is wrecked from that love triangle, so I can only imagine how theirs feel, especially Hailey's. She probably feels a little bit like the backup option. She badly wanted Justin, he wanted Selena. Selena died. dumped him, so he goes back to Hailey and tries to settle. From then on, accusations started flying around the internet that Hailey is obsessed with Selena.
All of these outfits were posted by Selena first, with Hailey sometimes posting her in the same exact outfit as soon as 24 hours later. The accessories, the facial expressions, the outfits, they're all the same.
Copying her photo poses, copying her tattoo. Actually, this one, to be fair, does look a little suspicious.
On June 4th, 2015, Selena Gomez would be spotted with a new tattoo behind her ear. This tattoo is just the letter G and is supposedly a tribute to her baby sister Gracie. However, on June 16th, just 12 days later, Hailey Baldwin would be spotted sporting an almost identical G tattoo in the same exact location as Selena's. Hailey would claim that the tattoo is an homage to her pastor's daughter Georgia.
Even more sinister, here's Hailey wearing a yellow hoodie with a black coat on top. If Selena hasn't taken out an AVO against Hailey already, she might want to consider doing so, right?
No.
I love a good conspiracy as much as the next girl, but I really feel like the internet is reaching with that one. But in saying that, I think it's pretty obvious that Hailey is comparing herself to Selena and trying to emulate her in some ways.
After seeing this photo, all of that Hailey copying Selena now makes sense. She's a fan, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. If anything, it's a compliment for Selena. She likes her style. See? This too, and this. But if you're like a real Selena fan, then you gotta start talking like her too. Watch this.
Kiddo. Oh, sorry, I have to put $1 in the jar every time I say okie dokie. Okie dokie. Forget. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie is a very common phrase, and I'm sure we all use that word, right?
What do you wish more people knew about you?
My heart.
I wish people just knew my heart.
She was the first record I ever bought, and she was the first concert I ever went to. I love Britney Spears. She was the first concert I ever went to.
One of the moments where I was like, I don't have to be that 19-year-old body shape anymore because I'm not.
I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 24 now. I feel like my body has changed the most, even this.
And I realized that everybody else seemed to be narrating my life for me.
Yes.
So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story?
I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me.
Everything that we're doing is at home. This is my amazing kitchen, which is the set.
Yeah.
So we actually are in my real kitchen, in my real house. This is not a set.
It's actually a very normal phenomenon to find yourself comparing yourself to your partner's ex. You're not a weirdo, even though you might feel like one. Almost everyone does it at some point, even if they don't admit it. This is more likely to happen if you feel a little insecure in your relationship, or if you don't have a clear sense of where you stand in your partner's life, or you feel a bit vulnerable in the relationship.
Me comparing myself to his ex he still has feelings for.
These brown eyes will never be blue.
Do you constantly compare yourself to your partner's exes? You might be thinking that they're more attractive than you, they're better than you. You might be wondering if your partner prefers them over you.
If you are struggling with comparing yourself to your man's ex, first of all, welcome to the club. I used to have my best friend go and stalk my husband's ex on Facebook, send me the photos, and then I would look at her and I would compare her to me, and I would feel so low about myself.
It's normal to feel like this, but it is not healthy, and it's only going to leave you feeling like a pile of shit. And for that reason, I am not condoning this type of behavior. Normal, yes. Good for you, no. Because by comparing yourself to her, you are inadvertently putting her on a pedestal above you, and you are not below her. Constant comparisons can eat away at your self-esteem and your relationship, which is probably not what you want. Instead of focusing on all of your partner's ex's qualities, you need to pull back and focus on yourself. You are beautiful, you are clever, and the more you respect and appreciate yourself, the more your partner will too, because self-respect is very attractive. And to be fair to her, by the looks of things, Hailey is trying really, really hard to stand in her own power and maintain her self-confidence, but that's gotta be pretty hard when your own husband seems intent on disrespecting you publicly.
If you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
What up, Jay? What's up, Justin? Good morning, Justin.
Go down. You going on the side.
Go ahead, you don't fall, don't fall. Oh my God.
There's no idea what she's talking about, ever. Ever. She's clueless. I just listened to her because she's my wife.
It sucks that the tour was
You just answered my, she was asking me. Huh? They were asking me, because it's my Lyme disease. It's not your Lyme disease. Are you worried about my Lyme disease?
Was helped, you know, in every freaking day, been a doctor with you for months, so.
Yeah, but asked if I was scared about the Lyme disease, because I'm the one that has it.
Right, but I didn't say that. I just was saying that you were taking all the necessary.
Listen to me, woman. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
Two things. One, why the heck is Hailey accepting this treatment? Trying to laugh it off like it's no big deal when the rest of the world is watching this and cringing for her. And two, why does Justin feel like it's acceptable to treat his wife like crap? And remember guys, this is on camera. I can only imagine what it's like behind closed doors. I think Justin is desperately unhappy. I think he takes his misery out on those closest to him, which at one point in time was Selena, so she left. And now it's Hailey. Except unlike Selena, Hailey puts up with his treatment.
I feel so bad for Hailey Bieber. Thought that Justin Bieber posted that she was on the cover of Vogue, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, so sweet. He's finally publicly supporting her. I was wrong. I read the caption, and this man, you cannot convince me he does not intentionally embarrass her in public, in private, whatever. The fact that the post of your wife being in Vogue is not like a, oh my god, I'm so happy for you, you are so beautiful, the most deserving. Instead, it's, oh, this reminds me. One time Hailey and I were fighting and I told her she would never make the cover of Vogue. So now we know that he embarrasses her privately, as well as publicly.
Here is a man, a former child star, who is exploited in more ways than one by men and women alike, who is now trying everything he can think of to stop the pain.
You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, look at what a beautiful face. Just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
I will squeeze your face. No, I will. No.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet?
I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow. Got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt and he kept saying, is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?
Oh my god.
And he would grab it harder and go, is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now?
Wow! I feel violated right now.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. What's
up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you
All right,
doing?
young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah,
Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
He says himself that he thought that marriage would fix all of his problems.
I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was gonna fix all my problems, and it didn't.
It doesn't really work like that. There is video after video after video online of Justin acting like a petulant child.
No.
What's
wrong with your face?
Why aren't you asking? What does it look like? What does my face look like?
It's just the way your face looks. There's something wrong with it.
Hey, Justin! Oh my god! Justin!
You guys suck.
And honestly, I feel for the guy. If he's acting like a petulant child, it's probably because somewhere deep down inside him, he is still a child. The thing with these child stars is that they are usually overworked, preyed upon by vultures in the industry, and abused in ways that we will never know about. This means that they never get a normal childhood, and so they struggle immensely when they reach adulthood. It's actually really damn sad, especially if, like Hailey, you find yourself in love with someone like this. It's not really surprising, is it, that someone who grew up in the spotlight, like Justin, might struggle with maintaining a healthy relationship as an adult. When you're a child star, your sense of identity gets wrapped up in fame and public perception before you even know who you are. And this translates to real life too. If your partner had an unstable or rocky childhood, there is a high chance that they will still be carrying that trauma well into adulthood. And trauma can manifest itself in so many different ways. Maybe they lash out, maybe they cheated on you, maybe they don't give you the love that you know you deserve, maybe they suffer from poor mental health, and it can leave you feeling like you're on the end of this trauma dump because you are. You know what they say? We always take our anger out on the people who are closest to us. Justin was in love with Selena, but she, unlike Hailey, did not put up with this behavior. Justin did not break up with Selena. She broke up with him, which probably makes her the one who got away in his eyes.
I'd let her know prior to the tour when we were hanging a lot. I said, listen, I'm still really hurt and still trying to figure out my way, and I'm not ready to make a commitment to you in a way that, you know, I just don't want to say something and do the opposite, because I was at the point where I'd done that in the past, and I just was like honest with her. It was like, I'm not in a place to, be faithful and all this sort of stuff that I wanted to be, but I just wasn't there yet. And
what was hurting you at the time? You said you were still hurt.
I think I was just hurt from my previous relationship. I think I still was dealing with a lot of unforgiveness and all that sort of stuff,
So where does that leave Hailey? Married to a man that she fell in love with as a teenager, who she relentlessly pursued and eventually won, but who she now feels isn't as into her as she is into him. She likely feels insecure in the relationship and so tries to emulate the woman who she feels that Justin was genuinely in love with, Selena. And guys, it gets even deeper. There are rumors circulating online that Hailey has become so desperate to maintain this illusion of her perfect marriage to her perfect pop star husband that she has resorted to hiring a professional Justin Bieber lookalike to shadow her to public places so that the paparazzi can photograph her with him.
The theory first started to spread after Hailey made the cover of W magazine and took part in a lengthy interview focusing on her pregnancy. Accompanying this interview was a maternity photo shoot that Justin is mysteriously absent from. However, there is a man alongside Hailey in these photos who looks a lot like Justin, just without the tattoos.
Well, the real Justin doesn't want to accept, so we'll give it to the other Justin.
The other Justin could be professional Justin Bieber impersonator Dylan Desclose. Dylan has devoted his life to looking like Justin. It is worth mentioning that Dylan has posted screenshots of DMs he's received from Justin, and Hailey herself has left comments on Dylan's TikTok.
Seems pretty far-fetched, right? Not so. Remember guys, this is Hollywood, and I think we'd all be rather shocked and horrified if we knew what actually went on in this industry. The fact of the matter is, Hailey was born into wealth and privilege thanks to her father, Steven, yes, but she was never famous herself.
Out of the street, guys!
Hailey.
Guys, come on, guys, you're gonna knock her over! Seriously! What's wrong with you? Sorry, Hailey.
Until she got with Justin. Through her tie to Justin, Hailey established herself as a bona fide celebrity, a model, an influencer. And off the back of that, she went on to launch her hugely successful cosmetic brand, Rhode. If she has resorted to having a Justin Bieber lookalike tag along with her to keep up appearances while Justin battles his demons behind the scenes, it's probably not because she's a weirdo. It's likely that she's trying to protect her own image and brand. Seems crazy, I know, but to be honest, this is a mistake that a lot of women make. They are so in love with their man or partner, whichever way you sway, that they end up making their partner the center of their world. Everything comes second to him. Her personal identity becomes wrapped up in his. She forgets who she even is as an individual without him. And where this becomes extra dangerous is that if that man, aka Justin in this scenario, starts acting in a way that is less than favorable, her life is so entwined with his that she finds that she can't leave him, because who is she without him? He is her world. He is her everything. If she leaves him, what does she have left? Nothing. You could call her codependent, a bunny boiler.
When she released her new song, Lose You to Love Me, it was no surprise that some of the lyrics seemed to parallel her relationship with Justin Bieber. She had written a very specific lyric about being replaced after 2 months, which definitely follows the timeline of when they broke up to when he started dating Hailey Baldwin. After the song was released, Hailey posted on her Insta story that she was listening to a song titled, quote, I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
But really, she has become so obsessed with this man that she has forgotten who she herself is, and that is a problem. I think another highly likely explanation for this seemingly odd behavior from Hailey is that she doesn't want to lose. She has spent so many years of her life chasing this man down, if you believe the rumors, before she finally succeeded and won him, that she doesn't want to give up now and admit that it was all for nothing. So instead, she's gonna keep up the pretense of a happy, healthy marriage. Look, we're so in love. Look, he chose me. Look, I win. But in reality, he's miserable, she's miserable, and the whole thing is a mess.
She knows in plain English that Justin hates her. He doesn't root for her. He does not see her succeeding. He's not in her corner. He does not like her. He's not cheering her on. Like, it's not this secret. She doesn't need to, like, figure it out, right? And that way, when he does certain things and has certain behavior, it's expected. It's like, oh yeah, well, that's exactly what a man that's married to me would do if he's jealous of me, or if he hates me, or if he doesn't like me. That way, if he cheats on her, has a secret addiction, treats her like garbage, talks to her or about her like crap, does nasty things about her, makes fun of her in public, she doesn't have to wonder, like, how that happened. Like, how could you say that you love me when you treat me like you hate me? Like, she knows.
If you settle for less than you deserve, which it seems like Hailey is doing, and you find yourself carrying the weight of the entire relationship on your back while he just coasts along, you are not in a happy, thriving relationship, and it's only going to lead to resentment and unhappiness in the long run for both parties. It is a sad state of affairs indeed when you love someone more than they love you. And I know the internet at large loves to make Hailey out to be this villain, mean girl. And maybe some of her actions may come across that way, but let's give the girl the benefit of the doubt here. She clearly loves him, and I think she has done for a very long time. But honestly, I think that love has become kind of unhealthy for her. From the outside looking in, it's verging on obsession. It looks like she is losing herself in the process of trying to keep him. Keep him happy, keep him stable, keep him at any cost. But you cannot force someone to love you, and you cannot force a man to stay with you. I hope that Hailey finds her self-respect and starts putting herself and her baby first, and I hope Justin manages to heal his trauma. And if you guys have ever found yourself in a similar position, because let's be real, a lot of us have, rest assured that you are not the only one. So anywho, my darlings, I'm gonna leave this video here because my butt is getting numb. I've been sat for way too long, and now I have to actually go and edit this video, so my butt is only gonna get more numb. If you have made it to the end of this video, you might know that I have started doing a thing. I did it on my last 2 videos, and you guys seem to enjoy it, so I'm gonna do it on every single video, and that is, if you've made it to the end, come over to my Instagram. This is my handle, @_StephanieLang_, because plain old Stephanie Lang was taken. You can leave any comment on any picture. I'm just gonna go through the comments and randomly choose someone. Randomly. Doesn't matter what you say. Although please don't be mean to me. I'm gonna choose one person at random to message. I'll DM you and get your address and send you a little package of goodies that I think you will like. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.